All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see something you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. And to all my family over at General Seti YouTube page, I want to let you know that we're going to be hooking the super chat up. We're going to be getting all that together. Just give me an opportunity. We most definitely going to be rocking the house over there. So stay tuned. You feel me? Whatever ship you, mighty battleship you selling on, Sarasun Seti, General Seti, believe it. God damn it, you in the right place. That's right. Ring the alarm, King, Seti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it and love. We got all the tonics. We got the Moringa. We got some real restock coming in. We got the Moringa detox over there for your family. The shea butter, incense. We got all that for you. Get on over there. Get you something nice. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all 5. Full metal jackets, 40 different subjects, full metal jackets in every subject. We just busted. Everything is a hit. Everything is fire. This is what you need when you are debating on a world stage. I want you to get over there when you're trying to inform the people with information that you cannot be defeated with, because we come with the receipts. You see, we come with them. So I want you to come on over there, get that work. Family is waiting on you. It's not another website nowhere on the planet that can compete. You should become a member today. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. We got over 500 exclusive live streams. We talking about Patreon is the lecture hall. Over 500 live streams only to be seen on Patreon. It's exclusive material. It's advanced material. Get over there and become a patron today. And to all the family that donated, I thank you. I appreciate you. To all the family that want to donate, link right there on the screen in the video description and in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you. I appreciate you. And I thank you again. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking about the Mississippian Mound culture was directly influenced by the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. How can we prove that, man? How this is what we have to do, because what we don't understand, and we got to understand this, that we look at the world of today. We look at the world of today, and somehow we think, when we talk about the global connection, you see what I'm saying? It's a global connection. You can damn near go anywhere in the world you want to go to today. You could go by, you can go by plane. If it's a continental destination that don't require you to hit the air, you can go by train. You can go by plane. You can go by bus. You can go by car. You feel what I'm saying? That's a globe. We have a global interconnectiveness today where, civilizations are connected, not just by, vehicles, but by even technology. You see, where people can be all the way around the world, and they can access other people through video chats and shit. They can go on Zoom, they can go on Messenger, they can go on what's the other one for FaceTime and all that. You can see the person's face. You feel me? Just by looking at this. So the interconnectiveness of the world, that you information being shared from continent to continent. Somehow we think that today is the only time in history where this was possible. There were interconnectiveness in the ancient world, in which we're going to find out is just not true. That the world was even interconnected, even back in ancient times, it was interconnected. And that knowledge was being shared from all the Kushite family, all the Kushite families all around the world. And it's no different when you look at Great Britain and they sent out colonists. They sent out colonists to America. They sent out colonists to Canada. They sent out colonists to Australia and New Zealand, and they fly very similar flags. When you look at the flags, the Canadian flag, you look at the Canadians even got the goddamn queen face, got the king face on the money, and when you look at the Australian flag, part of it got a little British flag inside of it. When you look at the New Zealand, so those particular countries are direct colonies from direct, where they sent out the colonists, to colonize it straight from Britain, Canada, United States, Australia, New Zealand. You see what I'm saying? And, so Britain is the mother country. And so when we look at these now, what we call Nile Valley colonies, and you can tell them by the technology, no different than you can tell the British colonies from the culture of the colony. The simple fact that they even put the goddamn queen's face on their money. New Zealand, I don't know if Australia, and then you come in the fact that they name many of the things right after shit from their mother country. New Amsterdam, New England, New York, New Jersey. But they show you that they're connected. So we saying that the Nile Valley sent out colonies all over the world. The Kushites, the Egyptians, the Phoenicians, the Oxumites. You see, all that is the Nile Valley, part of the Nile Valley culture. And so they sent out colonists all over the world, and they took that technology with them. And until those colonists got there, that technology was not there. That's just all we got to understand. That technology, that's just like if that white, and I'm going to just say, if that architect from the United States didn't go to the United Arab Emirates to build that Burj Khalifa, you see what I'm saying? It wouldn't be there. That motherfucker, if you was dependent on the Arab to put the motherfucker there, it would not be there. So we got to be, and so when I tell people that when you talking about advanced, super complex creation, that's a term that I personally created. Super complex creation. That means that it not only did the science take thousands upon thousands, and when I say thousands, some of them super, like the Great Pyramid of Khufu, which is hundreds of thousands of years of development. You see what I'm saying? It took quite possibly 500,000 years of development to put that damn pyramid there. You see, and it's so advanced, that they would, instead of giving Africans credit for it, they rather give it to the goddamn aliens. Because, see, the thing is, if the white man could take credit for it, he wouldn't play the alien card. He would take the glory for himself. But because he has no evidence of development in any form of architecture before the Greeks, he can't claim it. So he gonna play the alien card. That's how advanced the technology is. So they come up with all these crazy ass ideologies, false ideology, evolution, to wash away the fact that black people, Africans, Nile Valley Africans in general, you know, were developing high science quite possibly 1,000,000 years ago. You see, had looked into the stars. And not only had they looked into the stars, that they had even went through the great year of a complete revolution through all the 12 zodiacs or the great calendar. We talking about 1,200 years in each house, which is, you know, rounds out to about 24,000 some odd years. So not only did they complete the great revolution, they went through it. And if you say, I mean, in 1,000,000 years, in 1,000,000 years, you can do it 40 times. Just note it. I think 40 times you could do it in the great year. So if they did it, and they'll give credit to Africans, but they're gonna say you are 8. They're gonna say you're 8. But if you wash away the lies and understand that our people have been calculating science over 1,000,000 years, you will come to understand how the Africans put them pyramids down in that sand. You see, it took that amount of time to develop that science. And you don't see it nowhere else on the planet. Nowhere. You know why? Because they didn't have 1,000,000 years. You see? So when you understand, and so those architects that come into, you know, the colonists of the Nile Valley. And we talk, and I'm gonna do the video on the largest stones quarried. You know what I'm saying? Well, you talking about, man, listen here. They are quarrying. When I say a megalithic stone, that means it's one piece. One piece. It's not blocks. It's one piece. And they are quarrying stones 1,000 tons. Moving stones 1,000 tons. And you talking about a 3,000 years of continuous proficiency in megalithic construction. No other civilization nowhere other than the Nile Valley even got 1,000 years. And I mean, and so even in matter of fact, it's beyond 1,000 years, because you got to talk about you talking about the stela of Aksum in Ethiopia. One of them stela, which is similar to an obelisk, one of them stela weighed 500 tons. And Aksum was a later Nile Valley civilization in Ethiopia, but they raised a stela 500 tons. It is, I believe, considered, but that was raised. I believe it was the largest stone, megalithic stone, raised. I mean, it raised it straight up, 500 fucking tons. You see, so you talking about Aksum even going into the AD period. So the Africans got over 3,000. Yeah, I'm just talking about in Egypt. You talking about even into the when you talk about Great Zimbabwe, so Africa literally has over 4,000 years of continuous proof in megalithic technology, construction. Nowhere else on the, and I'm sorry. God damn it, when you building in megalithic structures, it's not going no motherfucking where. Motherfuckers need atomic bombs to move shit like that. You wouldn't even waste your time trying to destroy a megalithic structure. That don't even make no goddamn, that ain't even possible. How the fuck is you gonna destroy 100 200, what the fuck you gonna do? So even if the shit fell down, if you knocked it down, the stones are still, how the fuck is you gonna move it? You wouldn't even be able to move it. You see what I'm saying? So even if you knocked it down, it'll still be there. So when we say, where is your megalithic structures and your construction, I don't want you to show up with an absent excuse. I want you to come to class with it. You see what I'm saying? When the teachers say, I gave out homework last night, hand in your goddamn homework, hand yours in. I don't want you to say, oh, I left it at home. No, hand in your shit. Because when you on this level, it's no need for excuse. You got stones and shit but the motherfucker fell down. It fell down, but the stones are still there because can't nobody move them. So, you know, this is why we say, you know, that when we look at the old Met, now let's cut into some things. Let's cut into some things now. Let's cut into some things. I know I fucked them niggas because I bring the motherfucking receipts. You know what I'm saying? I bring the motherfucking receipts. It's not a problem. I bring the motherfucking receipts. Hold on, family. Let me clean this up a little bit. I got all this extra shit in here. I want to get it out of there. But I want to show up with some facts for your family. Let me clean it up a little bit. Damn it, acting like it's trying to stall on me. Clean that shit up. Let me shut it down. I'll shut it down and start it back up. It's not a problem. I'll start it back up. Got so much goddamn knowledge on that motherfucker that it be shutting down. Yeah, motherfuckers be running. Yeah. James Lee, you still out there talking, nigga. I can see why you sore, nigga. I see why you sore, nigga. I see why you sore. I see why you sore, nigga. Yeah, you still out there crying, ain't you? I see you, nigga. You the type of nigga when you wait, yeah, I see you. You know, but let me show you something, nigga. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, nigga. Watch this. Get your ass out of here. See, now he gone for real. Now I done got rid of his punk ass. Yeah, he out of there. Yeah, that nigga gone. I went on ahead and nailed his ass to a cross. You see, they know, nigga, when I show up, nigga, his class is in session. Now we about to work now. We about to work. We about to work now. We about to work. Now let me break this down for y'all. Matter of fact, let me go on and do this. Let me go on and do this. Let me get this back up here. Yeah, I got that motherfucker on up out of there. Now, what y'all got to, you know, now another thing that you see in the old Mecca over here. You see the little Twah? You see the little Twah right there? See, that's very there. You see that right there? Let me drop this now. Yeah, James, he done. James can go get on one of them other niggas that do what he do and talk like he talk. But see, when them niggas come over here, they mad because they know. You ain't got to come over here, nigga. Stay where you at. You don't like it over here, nigga? Thank you, oh my good brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, good brother. Now let me give y'all this work now. Now, this is what you got to look at. With they got the Twah. Now, let me show y'all something about the Twah. Let me show y'all something about the Twah so y'all know. And I'm giving y'all this firepower so that you will know. Now, you got, listen to me. Let me work. Let me work. Let me work. Let me work. You got dwarfs. You got dwarfs. And then you got Twah. Okay. And now they are erroneously pygmy. And pygmy is a derogatory word. So in Africa, they are called Twah. And in Asia, they are referred to as the Negritos. You see, the little short Africans, and so now the only people on the planet that got a Twah, or for y'all, for so people that know, pygmy, is the African. You see, all other people got dwarfs. And let me tell you the difference between a dwarf and a pygmy or a Twah. Let's deal with this. Now, a dwarf refers to someone with a medical condition causing disproportionate short stature. Okay, while a pygmy refers to a member of a specific ethnic group in Africa where the population naturally averages significantly short in height due to genetics, not a medical condition. Okay, so disproportionate growth. Dwarves often have disproportionate body parts, like short limbs with a normal sized torso, while pygmies have proportionally smaller bodies overall. So that's the difference. See, so when you see a Twah, you see, and this is what you're seeing. Wait a minute, let me get in here. When you see, this is what you're seeing when you see this in the old map. See, that's a Twah, because their torso is proportionate to they limbs, where a dwarf or a midget could have a normal size torso with very short legs and very short arms. You see, now some people can just, a person can show up short. You can have a short person, but a pygmy is a whole section of the African race that is very short. So now there is I don't know of any pygmy or Twah tribe or nation in ancient America. I have never heard nobody talk about an ancient Twah or pygmy in America. But here we got an altar. Matter of fact, it's many depiction of Twah in the carvings of the Mayans, and you see them, and they African because they look very different than the quote unquote Mayan, the eagle nose and shit and all that. You can tell that these are two different people. You see what I'm saying? And so, how did the African Twah pygmy get over here in America? Somebody got to tell me this shit, man. How did they get over here? Now let me show y'all something. Hold on just a second, fam. Hold. So Now the fact that we see now you can tell the difference between a dwarf and a midget. I mean a dwarf and a Twah. Now the African is the only race on the planet with a Twah. That's it. No other people, no white people, no Oriental people, no other people have a Twah. Only African people. And you got the Negritos, which are Asiatic Kushites. That's all they is. Okay, they Asiatic Kushites. That's all they is. But those are the only, and they look just alike. You see, so these are the only documented, branches of humanity that are proportionate, short, the Twah. How did they end up in the Americas? You see, how did they end up in America? Now, let me show you something. Now, you can see them holding up the altar, right? Now, where's that one? Right here. You see them in the columns. You see now they keep saying right there. See, here they say dwarf. These are not dwarves. You see what I'm saying? Those are not, see, that's a lie. That's in, I believe that's in a Hindu temple in India. You see what I'm saying? So, you can see them holding up the heavens, and they get that from Egypt, holding up the heavens. You see Shu holding up the heavens. So you see here, this is actually a column, a column. But damn, when you go into Egypt, you go to Denderah, do you realize that there's best columns? You see, you got the best columns in Egypt. So when you take, wait a minute, let me show you these. You see the best columns in Egypt. So you go into India, you got the little Twah columns in India. You got them all. So you see these Twah all over the world. So if you see these Twah in the Americas, the only question becomes, how did they get here? How did they get here? God damn it. Make this shit make sense. Do you see any tribes of goddamn Twah over here right now? But you see them in Africa and you see them in Asia. They're not indigenous to here. They come from Africa or they came from Asia. One of the two. You see? So how did they get here? So in I understand that the technology come from Africa, period. Because I'm showing you side by side where it come from. And the technology that you see in India come from Africa. They went to school just like people send their children to the United States from all over the world. You can go into their medical schools. You can go into their architectural schools. You can go into all of these schools and you will see people from all over the world. And people I don't see how people don't understand that they've been doing this since the ancient world. And that in the ancient world, the Nile Valley was the university system of the ancient world. You see? And so this is actual fact. Ain't nobody washing away that. Tell me how the hell you get dwarf. Even when you look at the Olmec calendar and you see Bess in the middle of the calendar sticking his tongue out. You see, sticking his tongue out. That's Bess. That's evidence. That's evidence. You don't even use. As a matter of fact, I show where Bess is all in Greece, and you can tell the almond-shaped eyes. And you see the tongue sticking out all over the world. This is evidence. What the fuck is we to believe that all of this developed independently of one another? We got to make this make sense. And I didn't even get into the Mound culture because I was so busy trying to drop the science. You see, but matter of fact, no, let me not get away from here. Let me get in where you get the Mound culture. I had them in there too. Now, when you look at that mound right there, a lot of people don't know that that mound that you looking at is the oldest pyramid of the Americas. But the stone is no longer around the pyramid. You see, that's the problem. So you see that the mound is under a lot of these pyramids in the Americas. And this was this is how some of the technology changed because number one, they didn't have the type of workforce. If you don't have that type of workforce, and you must have that type of workforce, you see, when those European architects, American architects went into the United Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates did not have the workforce to build a goddamn skyscraper. So they had to ship in the workforce from East Asia. So if you ain't got the skilled workforce to build the type of pyramid, then you have to develop a technology where you can use the labor force that you have. And so they couldn't build freestanding pyramids. The pyramids in the Americas are built around mounds. If you go inside of them, you see that there are mounds inside of the pyramids to help them stand up. So you can see right there that they are not cutting large stones and shit. All they doing is plastering around the mound, which is totally different technology. They wasn't, but it's the same. It's where you remix it. You remixing the technology. You trying to accomplish the same thing, but you don't have the workforce, so you have to improvise. You have to improvise, and that's what they did. So when you look up under them a lot of them pyramids in the old Mecca, Chakula, Teotihuacan, and all of that, you will see that there are mounds under the pyramids. Now, if you go to ancient Egypt, you have a sacred spiritual belief of the primordial mound. What is the primordial mound? The primordial mound is a creation mythos where when you looking at the Nile, when the Nile floods, right? When the Nile floods and the water has taken over the land, when the water in down out of Ethiopia, not just the water, but the silt, the soil, which is rich fertilizer that come out of the mountains of Ethiopia, and it floods down in Egypt during the flood season, inundation period. It flood. Now, when the flood begins to recede, you will start seeing the silt, the fertilizer mounds sticking their head, sticking the tops of the mounds through the water. So they looked at that as being like the creation of how the earth came out of the primordial water. You see how land rolls up out of the primeval waters of creation. And so they have this mythos, which they call the primeval mound. In the anthropomorphic mythos, is symbolic of the pregnant African mother. The mound is her stomach. You see, and the waters are the primeval waters of the mother that you could, the embiotic fluids that's in the mother's stomach. You see, and that is the primordial waters of creation. So that's where that mythos come from. So the Nile Valley also had a period of mound building. They call them silt mounds. And those were the mounds they used fertilizer to build those mounds. So, so even that. So when you look at the Olmec and then you look at the Mississippian mounds, what a lot of people don't talk about is that the Olmecs didn't, they try to make it look like the Olmecs was just in Mexico some goddamn where. That's a goddamn lie. The Olmecs had colonized not only Middle America, what they call Middle America. They also went into North America and South America. A lot of that Peruvian, that's old Mecca. When you look at them stones down there in Peru, them megalithic stones that that look just like the Egyptian stones, and I'm gonna show you. I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna show you this technology, and many scholars have, but I've been goddamn said it, years and years ago. But let me get it in here. These they call them, they zigzag stones. They zigzag stones. You only see them in certain areas like Egypt and Peru. Where's them zig? I got some at the bottom. Let me bring it down here. What them zigzag? Okay. Yeah, like this. You see them zigzag, where they take little and small stones and shit, and they put them together, and they even goddamn curved the goddamn stones. You see what I'm saying? They even curved the motherfucking stones. Now this is in Peru. And this same technology, wait a minute, let me show you. In ancient Egypt. You see this shit? Now this is a temple to Sobek. This shit is way out in the desert, away from the Nile. And you can see how they fit them goddamn zigzag stones together. And this is a cyclopean damn temple. You see them stones up in there, man. Some of them stones weigh goddamn, damn near 100 tons. 100 goddamn tons. You can see the one at the bottom, but you see how they cut it on a zigzag and fit them motherfuckers in there like that. So the only places that you're gonna find, and you can see it from the side too. You can see all these, and this is in the middle of the goddamn desert. They believe that this was a temple that was built by Amenemhat. I believe it was Amenemhat III's daughter. I believe her name was Sobek Neferu, something like that. Sobek Neferu. And so she was responsible for building that. And it was a temple to Sobek, the crocodile god. And so there's only two places on the goddamn planet where you're gonna see them. Zigzag stones, and also but let me get back. I don't want to leave, and so you see them here in Peru too. Let me see. I just went past. You see them now. This is down in Khafra's. This is Khafra's Valley Temple. If you in the pyramids of Giza, and you go in there and you'll see that he's also built. See how you got them zigzag and shit and small, and and they fitting all these smaller damn on top of big bricks. And this is some crazy. You can see they bent the stone up in there. You see they bent the stone up in that corner. And so they had that kind of technology. And so, yeah, but the mounds and, the mounds came, and a lot of people don't want to believe it, but that's also, here it is right here. Here, this showing you right here, the primeval mound coming out the water, the ancient Egyptian mythos of the primeval mound, which is most definitely African. So this is a connection of Kushite technology and spiritual mythos that was taken all around the world, and we be some goddamn fools to not see all of this development. Again, you not only is the zigzag stones and shit, it's only in a few countries on the planet they bent the damn stone, man. Did you see that? They bent it. So it's only a few ancient nations that was able to do that. And Egypt and Peru was one of them. Okay. And I'm going to end on, you can see right here. Now, for those that in America, wait a minute, let me get in there. Let me put it back in there. You see that? And I forget what is the serpent mound right here in America. In America, the Serpent Mound, which is the story of Apep and Ra. Apep trying to eat the egg, which is the sun. And so you see right here, the Indian Mound. Is you niggas crazy? Is you niggas crazy? You mean to tell me you can't see this, nigga? Oh no, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. This is ancient Nile Valley technology that been brought here. Now, if I'm not knocking nobody, if they, and what they believe, I'm just telling you that this part, I'm not concerned about what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about what you know or what I don't know, but this I know. You see? And if this ain't got nothing to do with you, that's okay. I'm not knocking you for that. But this right here is right and exact. And I know where this comes from. These elements of mythos, spiritual mythos that you see, that serpent mound and the egg is no different than the Orphic egg with the serpent around the orphan egg. And let me show you something before I check out of here. Let me check out. Let me do this one. You see right there the Orphic egg, the serpent surrounding the egg. And then when you go into Wallace, and I've been showed this, Budge, an Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary, you will see in there where they say Neg-er, the goose goddess who laid the sun egg. You see who laid the sun egg. So you see right there, the egg is the sun. And that's Apep trying to eat the sun. You see, but this is only the, symbolic of night and day. The infinite reality of existence, of night turning into day and day turning into night. That's all it is. But it's over here, and it's not a coincidence that with so many technologies that I'm showing you, that we are not even saying it was direct colonists that had come from the Nile Valley. And not only, let's just say what it is. Just like America is really got the most advanced university systems in the world right now. It's just a fact. I mean, goddamn, all you had to do, goddamn, America got goddamn universities all over this goddamn country. And if you go to some of them major goddamn universities, man, they got hundreds of thousands of students at one motherfucking university. And you look all around the United States, University of Michigan, University of Florida, University of New York, University of Ohio, University of Kentucky, University of and within it. And so you see students from all over the world. You cannot understand that Egypt was that civilization of that day that was teaching Africans, Cushites all over the world. They were taking that technology back to their homeland. That's what they did. And they developed it in a way that was conducive to their reality. But the core information came out of the Nile. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's a fact. So if you cannot believe it, then you got to deny it. But I tell you what, when we get ready to say, well, where's yours? I do not want to see an absent excuse. Don't want that. You're not going to get away with that. Because this level of advancement, you don't need no goddamn absent excuse. When you build on a megalithic level like that, and you got these mythoses, I'm just touching on shit, man. I can go for hours showing the goddamn documentation. You see what I'm saying? To show you how they, you know what I'm saying? A Christian in America and a Christian in goddamn Europe and a Christian in Africa, they might be from different denominations. It's still going to be some core similarities. Shit. What you think? You think they all came up with Jesus independently of one another? That they didn't have a common source for that? Would y'all stop the madness? Wake up, family. Wake up. Wake up. And that's why if we got ancient Egyptian directly in our blood, because the ancient Egyptian, Cushite, Phoenicians came over here and injected blood. How you think these goddamn science got over here? You see what I'm saying? So check, do your research. This is General Sarah Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. I want y'all to hit me up now. I want y'all to hit some of them links, support the general. I'm giving you information, goddamn it. It took me goddamn over 30-some years to get this knowledge, and I give it to you because I want to arm you with knowledge. I want you to have the ammunition of African truth, wisdom straight from the ancestors. Support the general so I can stay out here and continue to do this necessary work. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.